As part of the Legislative Campus Modernization, or LCM, project to replace and renovate aging buildings on a portion of the West Capitol campus in Olympia, Washington, the Department of Enterprise Services, DES, will replace the existing Irving R. Newhouse building. The building is home to the Senate. Built in 1934 as a temporary structure, the building and its systems are beyond useful life. It has significant health and safety hazards, and the interior is very crowded during legislative sessions. To replace the Newhouse building, DES will demolish the press houses, historical homes on campus that once housed members of the Capitol Press Corps. The press houses have been vacant since 2021. DES is taking steps to make up for the loss of those historic buildings through a process called historic mitigation. One example is an oral history called Historic Washington Capitol Press Houses found on TVW. Another example is salvage of the historic lumber for reuse in the Newhouse replacement building. The Newhouse building replacement sits on a portion of the West Capitol campus adjacent to Olympia neighborhoods. The Newhouse project design has been underway since late 2021 and will enter the active construction phase in March 2023. After demolition of the existing Newhouse building and press house structures, groundbreaking is planned for May 2023. We expect the building phase to be finished in late 2024. After that, work will mainly be finalizing the site. As with all construction projects, the schedule is subject to change. Design for the new building underwent months of review and input by stakeholders to bring a structure that fits with the historic design of the Capitol campus while meeting the current and future needs of our state Senate. The design focuses on timelessness and a Washington state aesthetic. A key feature is the mixing chamber that makes up the center of the four-story building. Set against a design wall made up of salvaged Douglas fir timber from the press houses, the mixing chamber is a central area for building occupants and visitors to interact. The design includes a skylight to bring in extra light. The wall includes abstract depictions of landscapes found throughout Washington state, creating a dynamic visual experience while also providing people a sense of place as they move through the building. The salvaged timber honors the past while speaking to the timelessness of Washington's landscapes. The finish will vary from rough to represent the past to highly finished for the present, and will include words inscribed in the wood to represent the future. The building exterior is also designed as a mosaic of the past, present, and future. The facade complements the American neoclassical style of campus as a nod to the original design while using modern building materials and techniques. For example, the facade you see here has precast concrete to mimic the look of the original Wilkeson sandstone, which is a material that is no longer available. The bronze motif at the entry features a rhododendron flower to represent Washington's state flower and match the other dark bronze details on campus. The design team paid close attention to the building proportions to make sure that it complemented the neighboring Sherberg building and other campus structures. When it is finished, the Newhouse building replacement will be highly energy efficient and net zero ready, in keeping with the Washington State Executive Order 1801. Key sustainability features include high-performing windows and well-insulated walls, natural ventilation via windows, interior finishes free of harmful chemicals known as red list materials, net zero ready to accommodate rooftop solar panels and off-site renewable energy, reduced carbon through electric HVAC systems, reduced embodied carbon footprint through the use of salvaged timber and dowel laminated timber sourced from Washington, reduced electric lighting with natural daylight, stormwater runoff treatment, and the use of native drought-resistant plants. The building is on track to receive at least a Silver Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design or LEED rating, marking a building as environmentally responsible and resource efficient. The landscape design will further enhance the plan of the original landscape architects, the Olmsted Brothers. The building replacement and related parking will be surrounded with drought-resistant local vegetation and create a ring of greenery around the site. The landscaping plan creates a transition from the historic West Capitol campus landscape to the historic South Capitol neighborhood. It further extends the conifer tree arc from the west side of campus to this part of campus, helping to extend the woodland campus edge envisioned by the Olmsted firm. It continues the Olmsted theme of using large trees to be in scale with monumental buildings, combined with smaller understory trees, shrubs, and ground covers to create human scale. The design will also include a native edible garden along the pedestrian path and carefully guides pedestrians from the edge of campus to building entrances. Preparation work is underway. Visitors to the campus will see that the project site is fenced off for the safety of the public and the construction crew. Alternate pedestrian pathways are clearly marked, and vehicles should follow all signage for temporary road closures. Visitors should also follow all parking signs, as the visitor lot around the Newhouse building will be closed during construction, starting with the north portion. Visitors can find alternative parking options via the parking map on DES's website. Visitors can also expect to see construction equipment with noise, dust, and workers at the site. DES is following all City of Olympia ordinances related to noise and hours of operation and working to minimize impacts as much as possible. For the latest updates and real-time impacts, subscribe to our LCM Weekly Update newsletter, campus updates, and news releases. Follow us on social media and visit the LCM webpage on des.wa.gov or des.wa.gov for upcoming meetings and public involvement opportunities. Check out our other LCM videos on YouTube or the DES website for more information about each stage of the project. You can contact the LCM team with any questions by emailing deslcm@des.wa.gov. That's deslcm@des.wa.gov.